Well, hello friends and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. So you see, recently I got a question from my friend about this astonishing road bike from Canyon. And this is the Canyon Ultimate CF SLX 9 Di2 for the 2023 season. As you see, it's an astonishing bike because, first of all, the retail price is 9,000 US dollars or 8,600 British pounds. So basically, my friend who can afford this bike because he has made his money in the business definitely wanted to know what is my opinion about this bike. And is there anything I would point out to him that he needs to, change, upgrade, or double check? So in this episode, I'll definitely give you a buyer's guide for this Canyon Ultimate CF SLX 9 bike with this retail price of 9,000 US dollars. So first thing first, let's answer the question, who is this bike for? So Canyon Ultimate platform is all about lightweight climbing stiff machines. Of course, for this fifth generation of the Canyon Ultimate, they have also incorporated some of the aerodynamically optimized items. For example, the frame, fork, handlebar, stem, everything is a bit aerodynamically optimized just because that's the way that the bike industry is going. But always keep in mind this is a pure lightweight climbing machine. And you can also see that Canyon is claiming here that the weight of this bike is 6.76 kilograms. I am assuming this is for some kind of size medium. And if you add pedals on top of that, the total weight would be approximately, I would call it 7.1 kilograms, which is truly astonishing because when you think about professional bikes, their bike weight is 6.8 kilograms. So we can dive now into a bit more of the specifications of the bike and really see what do you get for your hard-earned money. Also, before I do that, I will just mention here that when it comes to the paint schemes on this bike, Canyon is offering two paint schemes. One of them is this very classical blacked out paint scheme. I mean, it is perfectly fine if you like your bike to be totally blacked out. And then you have this beautiful, as they call it, iced berry, metallic purple with a hint of black. I would definitely choose this metallic purple with a hint of black. It just looks astonishing. Okay, speaking about the specifications of this bike, as always, we can kick off with the frame and the fork on this bike. So the main question is, what do you get for your money? So the frame is the carbon fiber frame from Canyon, their Canyon Ultimate CF SLX carbon fiber frame. So this is not the highest level of the carbon fiber they can do. They also have the CFR range. So this is the mid-range of carbon fiber frame. And also this fork is the carbon fiber fork from Canyon, their CF level carbon fiber fork. I will mention here that Canyon is offering a 6 years warranty on their carbon frames and forks, and also this carbon fiber frame comes with the internal cable routing, press fit bottom bracket, 12mm through axles front and the back, and also flat mount disc brakes. Similar stuff I will just mention here, of course, for the fork, flat mount disc brakes, 12mm through axles, and a bit of internal cable routing. All in all, as I say, not much I can complain here. Should be a perfectly fine carbon frame and the fork. The only thing I would mention is that I wish that Canyon would increase the warranty on their frames and forks to the lifetime warranty, at least on these very expensive bikes. I think they should make this move in the future. Now let's talk about the drivetrain on this bike. So what are you getting here? So shifters, front mech and the rear mech, everything is creme de la creme, superb Shimano Dura-Ace group set. So this is semi-wireless Shimano Dura-Ace group set, the latest iteration, R9250 or R9200 group set, whatever you want to call it. It's a 12-speed group set, and I'm saying a semi-wireless group set because the shifters are wirelessly communicating with the front mech, and then from the front mech to the rear mech you have a cable. They are connected with the cable. It is a top level, top tier group set, the group set that professionals are using, so there's absolutely no complaints here from me. Some of the smaller details I will mention here is that maximum cassette you can fit on the rear mech is going to be the 34 tooth cassette. Excellent in my opinion. And also when you look at the cassette, this is the Shimano Dura-Ace cassette, 1130 cassette, and this is paired with the Shimano's Dura-Ace crankset, which is a 5236 crankset. I will also mention here that this crankset comes with the power meter. I'm just not sure if this is a dual-sided power meter or a single-sided. I believe it's a single-sided power meter, but again, excellent addition here that you already have a power meter, so you can easily pair it with your onboard computer, whatever you are using, and also, you know, start riding and training with the power. Excellent stuff here. As I was saying, bottom bracket here is the Shimano's PressFit BB92 bottom bracket. I'm not expecting any creaking noises because this CF SLX level of the carbon fiber frame should be a very good quality control on that frame. So if there's any, of course, creaking noises, you really have to just return the bike back to Canyon. I believe you have a 30-day no questions asked policy where you can just return it, so that's the only thing to kind of keep in mind. Chain on this bike, you are getting again a superb Shimano's M8100 chain, so that's a 12-speed Shimano chain. I would advise you in the future, when you destroy this chain, always keep it on the Shimano's 12-speed compatible chains, so it's going to be something from Shimano Ultegra, Shimano Dura-Ace chains, or you can also choose something from the Shimano's mountain bike world. Now let's look at the braking system on this bike. So what are you getting? So the braking system is again superb. Shimano's Dura-Ace hydraulic disc brakes, front and the back, and these Dura-Ace hydraulic disc brakes come with the Shimano's MT900 braking rotor. So these are the braking rotors from the mountain bike world, Shimano XTR braking rotors, absolutely stunning piece of engineering with the ice Frieza technology, superb heat dissipation and superb stopping power, and also they are super light. Each of them is about 90 grams. I will also mention here that the rotor size should be 160 millimeters both front and the back. I don't see this technical specification here, so it's worth asking Canyon, is it 160 millimeters both front and the back? I truly hope it is, because for me it's always ridiculous when bike manufacturers try to use 140 millimeter braking rotors at the back. I have no clue why they would want to use that. Ultimately, you want good stopping power and heat dissipation. You shouldn't be worried about few grams of saving the weight. So this is just one thing to check here. And of course, in the future, when you destroy these braking rotors, you should definitely stick with at least Shimano Ultegra level braking rotors, or again Shimano Dura-Ace or Shimano XTR braking rotors. So all in, braking system here absolutely superb, no complaints here from me. Now let's look at the wheelset on this bike. Another excellent addition here. This is the DT Swiss Arc 1100 Dicut wheelset. So this is top of the line DT Swiss aerodynamically optimized wheelset. If you would buy this wheelset on the open market, starting price is from $3,240 US. Absolutely astonishing wheelset from DT Swiss. And I'll just mention here that some of the highlights include that the rear wheel is 798 grams, front wheel 674 grams, so this is a carbon fiber wheel set. All in, let's call it 1,500 grams approximately. Absolutely astonishing in my opinion. This wheel set, of course, can be turned into a tubeless wheel set, so it is a tubeless compatible. The only thing is you will need to provide your tubeless tape and the tubeless valves. Rim height here is 50 millimeters and the internal rim width is 20 millimeters. Also, I will mention here that this wheelset comes on an astonishing DT Swiss 180 hubs, absolute creme de la creme, top of the line hubs, 12 millimeter through axles front and the back, and also this is with the classical DT Swiss Ratchet EXP36 system. Spokes, of course, are DT Swiss Aero Light spokes. So, as I was saying, stunning piece of engineering from DT Swiss. I'm a huge fan of their wheel sets, and this one especially, Arc 1100 Dicut, is the top of the line Aero wheel set from DT Swiss, so definitely no complaints here. This wheel set is wrapped in the Schwalbe Pro 1 tires, and in this case 25mm tire at the front and 28mm tire at the back. Okay, I'm guessing they are using it because of some very small aerodynamic gains, which in my opinion is a bit ridiculous. I think both tires should have been 28mm because ultimately what you want is good air volume and a smooth bike ride. So in the future, I would just advise you to stick with 28mm tires, both the front and the back. You can choose any manufacturer you like. Is it, Schwalbe again? This Schwalbe Pro 1, definitely high-end, excellent road bike tires, or you can switch to, I don't know, for example, Continental tires, Pirelli tires, Goodyear tires. So many of them are really good on the market now. Now let's talk about the cockpit on this bike. So this is a one-piece carbon fiber cockpit, one-piece handlebar and the stem from Canyon, their CP0018 Aero cockpit. So here you gotta keep in mind that this is a proprietary piece, and if anything goes wrong or you want to replace something, you gotta buy it from Canyon as it is. There is a small bit of adjustment here that they are allowing you, so you can height adjustment you can do about 15mm, and the width adjustment you can do about plus minus 20mm. But generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of this one-piece handlebar and the stem, but all bike manufacturers are doing this because of the so-called aerodynamic gains, so you just gotta be careful with this carbon fiber one-piece handlebar and the stem. Now when you look at the seat post and the saddle is a classical Canyon carbon fiber seat post, this time a bit of a D-shaped seat post. Okay, excellent stuff. It's gonna soak up some of the smaller road bumps. And when you look at the saddle, here you are getting, in my opinion, superb Selle Italia SLR Boost saddle. A very light saddle, only 122 grams. And okay, if you don't like this saddle, then of course you gotta replace it with your desired saddle, because saddles are usually a personal preference. So all in, when you look at this bike with the retail price of $9,000 US, I mean, there's no discussion that if you got the money, you definitely just should go ahead and buy this bike, because of stunning wheel set that you are getting with the bike, stunning Shimano Dura-Ace group set, and of course it's a very light machine at approximately, I would call it 7 to 7.1 kilograms out of the box. So I think this is gonna be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, keep on watching, keep on liking, and as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!